Greetings everyone, welcome back, and as promised in the previous video, this is some of my video game books and magazines, so let's check it out. Okay, so I don't collect actively game magazines anymore. I have very few, and but I do have some strategy guides and just some video game related books or cool books in general. So I'm gonna start off probably by the least exciting and work ourselves up. So I have a whole bunch of, and I got these for free. I've posted this in a pickups video on my channel, but these Minecraft books, they're kind of like teaching you different aspects of the game. And this one here, Master Builder, the unofficial guide to tips and tricks that other guides won't teach you. Yeah. I told you in the previous video I have a very hard time getting into Minecraft. I still, I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me. But free books, so maybe if I try to get into it again, yeah, I have that. Okay, this next one isn't necessarily video game related, but it is just awesome. And for anyone who grew up ever, you may have had golden books. Well, these are the entire Star Wars trilogy. Well, all the 6 movies, not Force Awakens, because as far as I know there isn't one. In children's book form, it's awesome. Probably the best way to take in episode 2. Alright, moving along, I have Personal Computing on the VIC-20, a friendly computer guide. And look at that. This is amazing. I actually do have a VIC-20. It's not here. It's already been moved and it's in storage just because it doesn't really work. I have to get it fixed. But here's the the guide. Oh, I love how cheesy things were back in the day. You know, you have them all like leaned over towards the computer screen. And yes, there's some nice little, oh, here we go. Here's a nice page. Some lessons teaching you how to do things on the VIC-20. It's a better time back then. Alright, moving a little bit forward is Pikachu's Unparalleled Adventure, Pokemon Tales Movie Special number 2. And this is kind of interesting because you start reading and you choose whether you're a boy or a girl, and then they both have their own stories. And yeah, and you can read them in parallel or one at a time. Not really a choose your own adventure, but just different in the sense that you can read the story twice. And then yes. Let me know if you want me to show that again on the channel in more detail. I'll do that. Alright, so now on to some strategy guides, and they're a little dusty because I don't really use strategy guides, but if they're cool and they come with stuff, I will pick them up. And I hate this game, but this strategy guide was so cheap, and it's just cool cover art. That skull is badass. It's Call of Duty Ghosts, the Collector's Edition strategy guide, or limited edition, sorry. And it came with these 2 patches, as you can see, they're still on there. And it's a nice, well-made guidebook that I'll probably never ever use because I'm not playing Call of Duty Ghosts. Another one, and this one's still sealed, is the limited edition strategy guide for Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's also in a nice little thing, and then some back cover art. Yeah, I don't really see the need for it, but I was kind of like, I bought it and it came with the game. Alright, next one. The limited edition strategy guide for The Last of Us. I got it because it came with this, some nice little keychain with the Firefly on it, if you can see it. Still in there, yeah, and the strategy guide. I love strategy guides that are all just black, matte, like this. Oh, it's so nice. If I don't even use them, it's just because I like the look of them. Alright, next strategy guide I got for free, Jak 2. A really great game in the Jak and Daxter series, actually probably my favorite. Yeah, I'd have to say it's probably my favorite. And it's nothing fancy, it's just the standard strategy guide, but free. Why would I say no to that? This next one I got bundled when I bought the game, and that is the strategy guide for Alundra, an awesome RPG for the PlayStation 1. I did not pay $19.99 for it. Came bundled with the game. It's a nice detailed black and white. Nothing overly fancy, but not very common. You don't see these every day. And next up is a graphic novel of The Prince of Persia. And this is a nice colored graphic novel. It's pretty awesome. I got it for $0.25 at a flea market. Same with that Pikachu book. I got that. It's basically was 50 cents for the two. Not that this is very exciting, but I love Fallout, so I saved a microplay flyer because the back cover is this badass thing, and it's also on my wall up there because I loved it so much I had to get multiple copies of it. I love Fallout, what can I say? Alright. In a minute, we're going to move on to Nintendo Power. Okay, so as I promised, coming up, I'm going to show you my Nintendo Power. But first, I have one last thing before we get to that, and that is this Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance art book, and this is amazing. Like, I got it for free when I pre-ordered the game, and look at that. Like, this art book is phenomenal. Oh, this one goes like this. If you're a fan of video game art, recommend checking this out. And you got the Kojima Rest in Peace Studios logo on the back. Alright, so now my Nintendo Powers. I don't have a ton, and I have them, I'm going to show you them based on, like, different console cycles. So this will be mostly, like, GameCube era, and I have some Super Nintendo and NES, but most of them are going to be like Game Boy Advance, GameCube era. Starting off is the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Nintendo Power issue. One of my personal favorites, Tales of Symphonia. Great game, great RPG, you should check it out. Probably my least favorite, Sims Bustin' Out. Another phenomenal game, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. And Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4. With an advertisement on the back for Big Chew. Or Big League Chew. Oh my god, that stuff was nasty. I don't know. If you guys liked it, let me know in the comments. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. This is amazing artwork. I love this issue. Look at... I'm a big fan of Paper Mario. Legend of Zelda, Four Swords. Adventures. And we have Leaf Green, and what is it? The other one. Sorry, I'm not a big Pokemon fan these days. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I did have Leaf Green because Bulbasaur's he's my boy. Another Pokemon one and a game that I actually still own, Pokemon Emerald. This is actually a good, probably the last one I really liked. I did play some of the DS ones, and I think that's when I fell off the series. But old school ones, like Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. Game Boy Advance is like where I kind of, whatever. And then we have my poster back here, and the cover, Metroid Prime Echoes 2. This is a really freaking badass Metroid cover. This is why I love Nintendo Power. It's too bad it's gone. Pokemon Coliseum. I have a lot of Pokemon ones for some reason. Yeah, I used to. Killer 7, badass game. It's underrated, underloved. You should find it. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. I really like this cover art as well. Very simplistic, cartoony art style, but just, oh, so good. Alright, and this is... This one is actually, probably one of my newer ones because it's mentioning the Nintendo Revolution. Remember the Nintendo Revolution? Yeah. What a revolution that was. We got, is this Pikmin 2? There we go. This is also really cool, very surreal. I like that. Oh, I love that art style. Alright, moving on to my Nintendo, and when I say Nintendo, I'm talking Super Nintendo and NES. I don't have a lot of these, so, you know, but I do have some awesome ones. First up is the Strategy Guide, the Nintendo Power Volume 19, and probably one of the least exciting ones, because it's, you know, basically mostly sports games in this one. Yeah. Whatever, I got it for free, can't complain. A classic issue. Hogan doing the leg drop on Earthquake, WWF. Ugh. And then the back is an advertisement for the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, and the Game Boy. Triple play. Probably my favorite issue just because of a typo in the questions section. I don't actually know it wasn't a typo. I'm pretty sure they just left it in. And it's been mentioned before. I posted it in videos on my channel. But that right there says Control Dick. Can you read that? Clean it up with your Control Dick. This is the Tetris issue. It's actually a really good issue other than that. It's just really funny. So yeah, if you ever want to know, that's the issue, the Tetris. The Never December. That's in my new song, Never December, 1989. $4 in Canada. Alright, down to my last two is Mega Man 2, classic Mega Man game. But again, I love this like claymation art style that they did for this issue, and it's just incredible. And Mega Man 2, like, what else do I need to say about that game? It's fucking awesome. It's Mega Man 2. And last but not least is my very beautifully taken care of first issue of Nintendo Power with the claymation Super Mario 2. And on the back is just a classic NES advertisement. Look at all those NES boxes on the back there. Very first issue of Nintendo Power. Well, there you have it. That's been my gaming books, magazines, and yes, Nintendo Powers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm Retro Forward Dave. Follow me on Twitter at retro_forward. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. And this.